the class action lawsuit that has been launched by some residents, and we also would like to know more about the injunction lost. Please explain the class action lawsuit to start.
Sure, Leanne. Challenging times here for everybody, no question. So I haven't reviewed the legal documents, but my understanding is that a class action has been commenced by some local residents against what I'll call, I guess, the truckers, some defendants, related to losses they've suffered from the demonstration. And so a class action, in order to be a class action, you need to satisfy certain criteria. It's a civil lawsuit where there has to be an identifiable class. In other words, a group of people, I think this is about 6,000 residents that live in a certain area. There needs to be a certain plaintiff that can represent that class, and I understand that to be Mrs. Lee, and there has to be common issues. So in this case, if you've got 6,000 different plaintiffs, there has to be one sort of common set of issues that can all be heard at the same time. The court has to be satisfied as well that this is the preferred method. So that's how you have a class action lawsuit get certified by the court.
And as I understand, this is for pain and suffering, and something like this could take 2 to 3 years, I'm guessing. So is that why the injunction?
Right. So, 2 to 3 would be optimistic. These lawsuits can take many, many years. And so that's kind of the long view. And then in the immediate time here, we've got an urgent motion, which is where a lawyer goes to the court to ask the court for something in the meantime. And that's an interim order. And in this case, it's for an injunction against, we'll call it the truckers and the folks who are making all the noise, horns, DJs, everything else. It's basically asking the court to make an order that the noise stop, or at least the noise be limited to a certain time period, whatever the request sought is. So Ms. Lee's lawyer has brought this motion for an injunction against the truckers and the demonstrators from making this loud noise daily. Because if it doesn't get granted, then this could go on indefinitely. So the court's been asked today to consider this injunction, and they decide, firstly, is there a legitimate case here? Secondly, they look to see if there's going to be irreparable harm to the plaintiff or this class of plaintiffs if they don't grant the injunction. And in other words, they don't ask the truckers to stop honking their horns. And then the third thing the court's going to do is they're going to weigh the balance of convenience. Is stopping the truckers from honking the horn going to be worse for them than it is going to be helpful to Ms. Lee and the other plaintiffs?